Hello and welcome back to Penberlan Farm. So I am Virgil Farmer and today we have been asked down here by Maria King. She owns this field that we're about to get into, so let's hop out and have a look. Basically, she has run out of time to get this seeded and has asked for our help. So we're going to give it to her. So I'm just going to give her a call, and she's going to pop down here and give us a tractor and a seeder, and we can get going. So yeah, I'll just give her a call, and we'll be back in a moment with the equipment. So here we are. Maria has dropped off a Case Optimum 270 CVX for us to use. She wants us to plant some corn, so we're using the Coon Plant 3 for this. And yeah, she's given us a bit of time to do it. So let's hop in, get our planter unfolded, and we can get going on the job. This tractor is a little more advanced than any of the others we have. Or any of the ones we have on our farm. So it's quite nice to try out something new. It's one of the advantages of doing some contracting work for the other farmers around here. We get to use some of their machinery for it, which is quite nice. So Maria's asked us to do this because she's had to let, well, one of her hired workers has let her down. One of her regular people has let us down, and as we've got our one of our hired workers doing our planting. I think I got Imogen. I think Imogen's doing it at the moment. We have a bit of time and a bit of availability to do this ourselves. It actually turns out that it's more cost effective for us to take on a few jobs like this. Wait. And earn a bit of extra money doing it, and then have our regular hires do our hired work, because it just ends up being more cost effective to us. We actually earn more doing these sort of contracting jobs on one-off and emergency stuff than it costs us for our hired workers to do a bit. Or to do our own stuff, so we tend to get the hired workers to do what we need doing on our farm, while we get some contracting work done, and it's quite useful. This is quite a nice tractor. I'm enjoying trying this case out. It's yeah, it is a bit more modern than our class, as I was saying before. I think our class actually might be about the same age as this, but it certainly is. It's a nice piece of equipment. It's running very nicely, and yeah, we get to try out. That's the other advantage of doing some contracting work for the other farmers around here. Is that we get to try out some machinery that we probably wouldn't get to try out on our farm, simply because it'd be too expensive to either hire it or buy it. And you know, if we found a piece that was nice enough, we might add it to our farm. Might go and purchase a bit, but at the moment we don't really need another tractor. We've got 4 tractors on the farm. But we got nothing really high powered, which a lot of the other farmers around here seem to use. I mean, I think this Case is actually a higher powered tractor than anything we have on our farm. Yeah, as a result, it's actually zooming through this job, working really well on it. But it's yeah, it's not a cheap tractor though. Judging by this equipment though, this must be one of Maria's bigger fields. Unlike the work we did before,
where the cedar was much larger than or you know, for fields much larger than the one we were actually working. So I'm guessing that he has a bigger fields than the one we were working on. Whereas this would suggest that this is one of Maria's larger fields, or certainly for equipment that she has like this. It's yeah. If she does have bigger fields, they'll struggle with this a little bit. So we'll see. So yeah, so I think she's doing okay. That sounds like, this is about the same size cedar we have. So although we have a very different make, and oh, this is of course a smaller cedar, hence it doing corn. We don't have I don't think we have a smaller seed cedar at the moment, so we may have to pick something like this up later, because we are going to have to do things beyond. We are going to have to plant some corn, and whoa. Let's switch that over so that we're actually marking the right place. But yeah, we are going to have to plant some corn, because that is the base food of the pigs. So without that, it's going to cause us all sorts of issues. So yeah, this is quite a nice ability to try out this piece of equipment. I think we need to be a little bit further over. Might need to put our right wheel in that, because we seem to have left a little bit of a gap there. Right, let's see where we're actually turning to. There we go. Down and away. And we're marking out well. Good. So yeah, we'll keep going. Try to think of any of my any other farmers I know who use one of these cases. I think there might have been. I think. Yeah, I think. If I remember correctly, I knew a farmer who used one of these up in Scotland at a farm called Lawfolds. I have a feeling he had one of these, or something similar at the very least. There we go. I think he had some YouTube videos as well, so it might be worth checking those out. I'll talk to the owner of this channel and see if we can get some link to that put in, maybe. If I'm right, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I might have been a Massey actually. Trouble is, lots of red tractors. I think actually he had a Massey. I think he had one of the big Masseys, maybe an 8700 or something like that. Also nice tractors. I'd love to have a new Massey on this farm, but the trouble is, as with all modern tractors, they're a wee bit expensive. Which is why we have the old Masseys, and but our most recent tractor as a class. Because the farmer who owned this farm before us, yeah, at the time he bought the class, it was a little bit of a last-ditch effort to try and add a bit more power to the farm and have things going a bit quicker. And he bought the class and the seeder, and I think he might have bought the cultivator. Basically, the idea was to try and get things moving faster on the farm. As it turns out, didn't work out quite so well for him. It worked out quite well for us, because it meant that we got a pretty new tractor on the farm when we bought it. But yeah, he wasn't having an easy time of making it make money at the time. Hence the reason why actually he sold off most of the fields to local farmers. But then, you know, we're used to getting cattle onto a farm and using that as a base for our farm to keep afloat. And the beauty is that we can then go forward from there and help the farm to grow. And part of it is doing this contracting work, and that will help us grow the farm quite quickly and help us buy most of the fields that were sold off back and reincorporate them into the farm. Because yeah, he got a bit desperate and started selling individual fields off. And of course the local farmers snapped them up, Maria here being one of them. And so eventually I hope to curry enough favour with them that I can buy as many of them back as I can. And doing these contracting jobs again is one of the ways I can do that. So we will do that, and we will be nice neighbours and try and rebuild this farm from the point at which it had got lost. Yeah. Having said that, of course, it is more manageable for us. We got it as a bit of a steal, including the equipment, and as a result, we're in quite a good position from the get-go. Having a smaller farm to start off with has been quite beneficial to us. So, yeah, we're in a good place with this, and I think we can grow it. No reason why we can't grow this farm. It is a nice farm to grow. I don't know if we'll end up. I'm in two minds about Kendall. Kendall, absolutely superb little farm that has been in my family for 3 generations. But Penberlan has the possibility to be much bigger and allow us to grow forwards. So I don't know. I don't know if we will end up keeping Kendall. We'll see. We'll see how Penberlan does. I don't like the all your eggs in one basket thing. That losing Kendall would do, but at the same time, you know, there is a distance between them, and so there is a lot of time being spent, sort of moving between the two farms, and of course at the moment I'm spending a lot of time here getting this farm working and profitable, and I don't want to ignore Kendall and the work that needs to be done still needs to be done there. So yeah, I have to watch it. I have to be careful not to take my eye off the ball. Anywhere? But it is. I do love this farm. Wait. Let's not drive over the seeded crops too much, if we can help it. Which way out is my... Yeah, it is out the right side. Good. There we go. Not to open a window. I don't think I can at the moment. Right, so yeah, we're motoring through this. This is a nice big tractor for this job. I don't know if this this seeder actually requires as much horsepower as we've got here. But I'm guessing there's a good reason Maria's given us this tractor for use on this job. Around we go. we are. Right, and down. Oh, there we go. Let's get the marker out. What's happened there? That was a bit weird. Tractor seemed to stick out of gear. Get stuck in neutral. But it's fine now. Might report that to Maria actually. If the tractor's playing up a little bit, she'll want to know that. She'll want to know that her tractor might need a bit of maintenance. It's not good. It's not good if your tractors aren't working. And we try and keep ours maintained on a regular basis, so it's so that we don't run into issues like that. Right, around we go. There we go. Okay, and I'm not quite sure why she cultivated the field this direction. Oh. Seems a bit odd way of doing it. Normally you do it lengthways. It gets the job done a bit quicker. But yeah, we need to seed with the same grain as the field has been cultivated, and of course that is crossways rather than lengthways by the looks of things. So yeah, we'll keep doing it that way. That seems to be how she wants it done. I think if I owned the field, then I would change that. And I actually quite like this field. I have my eyes on it a little bit. It's quite central field to where we are. We are looking to buy a new field fairly quickly, to be honest. Right. There we go. I think we're easily over halfway through this field. That's good. That's very good. Not it is not motoring through this tractor. It's not exactly going slow. What are we doing? Distance, speed 53. I'm not sure. Oh no, there we are. Speed. Yeah. I'm not sure what our speed is at the moment. I'll check that in a moment. This tractor does have a pretty good top speed. What are we doing? Speed, we're doing 9 miles an hour. Yeah, 9.3. So it's going at a nice rate. And we should get through the rest of this quite quickly. Get back to the landing and get back to the farm. Check on how our own work people are doing, or our own work person is doing, because we only have one doing stuff at the moment. And she should be finished by the time we finish this. She's on a smaller field. She's doing what's listed on my map when I bought the place as field 9. Oh. I've not got a marker out. There we go. There we are. Yeah, we've not got a massive amount of field left. Then we just need to do the headlands. And that will be that. And we'll earn a nice little bit of money for the contracting job. It's normally about, I think we normally get paid about £3,000 for this. sort of level of work. There we go. And that should, yeah, that will allow us to do some more bits and pieces. Just trying to think if there's so there are bits on the farm, like I need to top up the cow's feed. The feed for the rest of the animals is all pretty good, but the cows, as always, are hungry beasts, and so are requiring some more food. They're all right in that you know, they're not going to starve anytime soon, but yeah, what they have, they could get through rather quickly. So I just want to top it up and make sure that there is no danger that they might run out of food. There we go. Right. And this. And away we go again. There. We are eating up this field rather quickly, which is good news. Means we might even get a little bit of bonus if we do this in a good time. I know she likes punctuality, as all the farmers around here do. And if we can hit our deadlines and hit our requirements from them, then they tend to be rewarding of that. In the right place. Excellent. Wow. This is the end of this field. Seems to be taking a long time to come. I'm slightly surprised by that. We seem to be motoring through the field. We're over. It looks like we're about 3/4 of the way through. May even be more. I think that's I think the distance is misleading. Yeah, there we go. There may not be that many more rows. Hey, there we go. Over a little bit. Make sure we keep it stable. Yeah, it's interesting. They've not cultivated right up to the edge of the field. I'm slightly surprised by that. But, yeah. Probably want as well. We'll see. They may want us to harvest this as well. Yeah, there we go. As happens, you know, especially if you're a man down on your farm, you may want spraying and harvesting and things like that done. So we keep an eye out for that. Hopefully able to help out. And moves ourselves forward in the process. There we go. Round. It's a lot up and back. Oh, we are getting quite close to the end of the field now. There we go, and down. I think she'll appreciate this. I think you know, a good seeding job, and I think she'll be quite happy with the results. down. I accidentally just caught the light switch. I did. There we go. Don't need that. Yeah, we're definitely eating up the ground towards the edge of the field now. Which is fantastic. There we go. Oh, 5 or 6 more, maybe. I'm not sure. It's quite difficult to estimate it, especially when it's a piece of equipment that's not your own. I'm just trying to work out how many meters is that to the edge of the field. None of my equipment's telling me. Which is not very helpful. See how we go. Right. Down. There we are. See. Yeah. Round we go again. Line up. And down. There we are. Is definitely in sight now. Which is great. This has been a good little contracting job, and I am liking this tractor. I'm not sure I'd want one on the farm. I mean, I personally grew up around John Deere's, so you know, it's a bit of an odd thing to be driving a case. Hey, it's a bit of an odd thing to be driving both Massey's and a full Massey's and fence and a class on this farm. You know, I'm very tempted to. The trouble is, your modern John Deere costs an awful lot of money, especially in comparison to equivalent tractors. Having recently, sort of in the last couple of years, bought a new tractor on for Penberlan Farm, and that was not a big tractor by any means. That was a small one. That was a new yard tractor. You know, the 5M. That was dear. That was not a cheap tractor. But we hadn't had one in about 10-15 years. So, and the yard tractor we had basically just fell apart. It was not salvageable, and it was time to buy a new one at the time. None of the tractors here I particularly feel are in desperate need of replacement. So at the moment we're all good. We're fine. And I'm not looking to replace. But it is good to know what options are out there. How many rows are we? from... I think we're probably a couple of rows from completion. So what I want to do... Yeah, we're a couple of rows from completion. Okay, so we're going to hit the headlands next. And get those done. Should be one up and one down. And then we can do one up here. And then do the headlands on the other side. And then we will do one towards the gate. Right. So here, I've got enough space to get the marker in the right place. Yeah, there we go. And we know we're going to cover everything. Get these headlands done properly. Yeah, don't leave enough for an issue. Be okay. Yeah. It's marking along the edge, so we have plenty of space for us to work with. The closer we get to the end, of course, the closer it is that Maria, I like to call it a day and say, excellent work, boys, or excellent work. VF. That should, yeah, that keeps them both folded in. So we don't need to fold either one out at the moment. There we are. Yeah, and I can see from where the ridge marker's gone that we're okay. This will easily get all caught by the planter. And then, yeah, then we'll just get the headlands, the other headland done. And that will just about do us. I'll probably have to, yeah. Alright, so I don't think we need the ridge markers out at all now, to be honest. There we go. Into the field, and down, and away we go. So yeah, we'll have a single line to sort when we come back this way. Should be fantastic. Right, so lift this up. And do our first pass of the headlands. We're getting closer and closer to the point which Maria will say, excellent, good work, here's your cash, and I'll see you next time. I think she'll be happy with this. I don't see why not. There we go. Maria was quite happy. She actually got us to finish fairly early. And yeah, so that is all seeded with corn, ready for next time. So I'm going to end the video here. And let's just find... there's our landing. So, yeah, all that really remains at this point is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this visit to Penberlan Farm. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share.
And for all the latest videos on the channel and much, much more, please subscribe. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.